So now that we have programmed all of the different elements, we need to have the fish be able to be hit by the flying spears, right? And so the first thing you want to do is to make a variable called fish caught, okay? And I'm going to put that variable to be displayed down here at the bottom. And we want to go ahead and set fish caught to its initial value when the green flag is clicked. And that means when you're starting the game. And when you're starting the game, you want to set it to 0, right? Because he hasn't caught any fish yet. And now we want to program it so that if the spear touches the fish, then fish caught will go up by 1. And also the spear will disappear and the fish will disappear. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Well, we'll start with the spear. And right here in this repeat until is when the spear is moving forward, right? And so every time he's moving forward, we want to check. So let's go ahead and move forward, check, move forward, check, move forward, check. And what do we want to check for is if the spear is touching the yellowfish. So we'll go to sensing and we'll say touching yellowfish. Okay, and if he is touching the yellowfish, then we want to do a couple of things. We want to go to data and change fish caught, not set, but change fish caught by 1. And we also want to delete this clone of the spear. We want to delete the clone here because we don't want the spear to go right through the fish and like hit every fish behind him as well, right? So making it a little realistic, we want to delete the clone when the spear hits the yellowfish. And so let's go ahead and test that and see if it works. All right, so that worked. It worked because the spear disappeared and the fish caught went up by 1 every time I hit a yellowfish, right? What we still need to do is we need to have the yellowfish disappear when he gets hit by a spear. So we're going to go over to the yellowfish and we're going to say here under control, when I start as a clone, I want to forever check if I am touching the left spear. Okay, and if I'm touching the left spear, then what do I want to do? I want to delete myself, delete the clone. Okay, let's go ahead and test that, see if that works. This looks a little off-centered there. So that does not work. Well, it works sometimes. Did you see that? It works sometimes. So hold on one second. Let's see. Let this yellow guy pass. You see that? How it's not working? How about over here? Yes, it does work, but the spear is going right through the fish. So what's the problem here? Well, it's kind of a chicken or an egg problem because this yellowfish is checking if the spear is touching him, and the spear is checking if the spear is touching the yellowfish, right? And they're both deleting themselves. They're deleting the clone. So the yellowfish is deleting himself when the left spear touches him, and that doesn't give the left spear enough time to check whether the left spear is touching the yellowfish so that the left spear can delete himself. Do you see that? So in order to fix this problem, right, we need to give the left spear enough time to detect the yellowfish, and we need to give the yellowfish enough time to detect the left spear. And what we can do to do that is before we delete the clone, we could wait a short amount of time, like 0.1 seconds. Okay. Over here too, we can wait before we delete the clone a short amount of time, like 0.1 seconds. And that'll give each of the different sprites enough time to detect if they are touching each other. So let's go ahead and try this out. Yes, it worked. It worked. And let's try this. Okay, well, I have to be pointing left because this is for left spear. And it's working. All right, and our fish caught is going up. And I guess I will let you code it for the right spear, right? Because it does not, we don't have that code for the right spear. So I'll let you do that.